haven't played Unity. But no, it is time for a break.
Yes. But I have to finish this.
No, you don't. You can just pause it. You're doing another one of that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not chain inside the chain.
You know, because why not?
Yeah.
Don't get this ridiculous. By your forger masters, you know nothing. I know you receive enciphered letters
Have
from
you met Leonardo yet?
Prove your
No,
innocence.
I've not.
Tell me where the code sheet is hidden.
Should be where I'm going now, actually.
Just pause it.
Why the such precise time on a break?
Because schedules.
Yeah, I can do this then have a break. These don't take long, do they?
Depends who you're chasing, really.
That guy.
Altia and Ezio duel. Ezio as Edward was a language pirate. Overall, he was about rebuilding Creed. Both Altia and Ezio rebuilt Creed.
Yeah, but in the game, Altair did not rebuild.
Yeah, in the game he didn't.
In the game, he was corrupt by the Al-Malim with the apple.
Find your target through Eagle Vision.
Find a way through this door first, because the other side of that door. There we go. He's in there.
Curious display.
I can't remember how I do this. Oh no, I go upstairs and round. Never mind, I remember. Well, there he is.
The one that also happened to be fleeing.
Well, that happened to be running, yeah.
I won't be up Thursday or Friday. No problem. We're just having a 5-minute break at the moment.
Yeah, once I've done this. Horse, you tosser. I'm gonna seriously have to start hurting you every time you whisper that.
Well, the first time I've done it.
He's like, well, that's creepy.
I am your torture.
Well, let me.
Don't worry about it. You'll be kept all the other ones. And if you want to see what happened on Thursday and Friday, there's always YouTube,
Or going back through videos on Twitch.
which will mute some of it. You've been sending Assassin out on missions.
Just done the mission to get them. Just done the mission where it tells you to send them out, so I did. Okay then. Oh! It guided me towards a lovely chest. We hope to have this done Friday. It's Friday, yeah? That's when we hope to have this.
That's what you're hoping.
Yeah. I think we'll be done with this on Friday. So Monday it should be onto Revelations.
He's hoping.
He wasn't. He had a lot of character behind him.
Yeah, because he wasn't an assassin.
That's the point I had to make to him. Assassin's Creed 4 is not a game where you play as an assassin. It's a game about the assassins.
About the war between them and how someone who's caught in the middle
Is affected by it.
and at which point you make a decision. He's not trained as an assassin, he's just simply a pirate.
That's what I had to explain to this guy for him to actually understand the game, because he didn't like it. And then I made him understand it, he played it, and now he loves it. To an extent, anyway.
I'm thinking of playing Assassin's Creed 3. Go ahead.
He did fit, actually. It's Hatham's dad, who's Edward's granddad. That's how he fits into the
Connor's.
story. Yeah, it's Connor's granddad.
Connor's granddad. And
He's Edward. That's how it all fits in.
Yeah, it goes Edward, Hatham, Connor. He fits in perfectly with the story. He's part of the Hatham. He's part of the.
He saved Alawali, who became the Grand Master of the Assassin Order in Rogue.
He didn't become the Grandmaster. He was a famous assassin.
Exactly. He was like the big balls.
If he wants free account, let him have free accounts.
I literally have one account, that's it. Like, on anything I've ever had, it's always been just one account.
But no, actually, Assassin's Creed 3 was a good game. There was a lot of character behind him. I was bored.
4. Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, 4, sorry. There was a lot of character behind Edward, and he fits perfect with the series.
Fits very perfectly. How does he not fit? That's a better question. How do you think he not fits? And I will try and disprove it.
How about this? You type in all your reasons why he doesn't fit in the chat while we're on our 5-minute break. We'll explain how they're all wrong when we get back. Or how you may have some right ones.
Yes, but I will try and prove you wrong on all of it. And especially that rogue comment.
Wait for him to put it back.
Put it back, stand up, I shall pause, and we'll break.
So,
Break time.
We'll see you on a moment. We'll play the usual song while we're on the break. We're going to get ourselves some cuppers and we'll explain how he fits in the series.
Yeah, you tell us why he doesn't fit, and then I'll tell you why he does.
See you in a moment.
And we're back. Well, I'm back. Sorry that break took a little longer than normal. There was things that required taking care of. My hat's twisted. But we are back. And they've had a conversation. No.
Stealing my seat again.
Yes, I'm stealing your seat.
Go on, let's look at all these reasons why he doesn't belong.
He has no connections to the previous Assassin's Creeds.
Okay,
Which
so,
he does because it's Desmond's DNA that they've gone back in. It's still Desmond because he's sample 16.
Right,
If you collected all the side shit when you went round the hack the computers, that was all explained.
Also, another thing about that, technically, if you want to go like that, like his only connection is Desmond, and it's Assassin's Creed 4. So there's Connor, that's a connection, and there's Hatham, that's a connection. And if you really want to try and go picky like that, then technically Ezio's got no connection either.
Ezio really has no connection, or Altair has no connection.
Altair was just the start of the series. Now Assassin's Creed 2 comes along, where Ezio is not related to Altair whatsoever.
That's saying that he has no connection to previous Assassin's Creed. He's not characterless. He has a character behind him. He has lots of character behind him, actually.
He's as for starters as Edward is my second favorite character in the entire
Behind Ezio.
Ezio's my favorite, and then it's Edward. He has plenty of character behind him. Edward is what makes me like Assassin's Creed 4.
See, Edward He's a pirate, yes, but the game you see him evolve from being a pirate that only cared about money. You see him to evolving into this assassin, learning the skills and how to do it, and following the order, which he eventually rebuilds, which is explained in Rogue. He rebuilds the order after he goes back to England.
Let's see. I think your new comment, we'll get that in a moment. He doesn't care about honor. No, he's a pirate.
He doesn't care about honor because he's a pirate. I mean, it's simple as that. But he does at the end during this evolution of his character.
Like he's a pirate. No pirate, like pirates didn't really have much honor.
They had a code.
Like they had a code,
Which was more guidelines.
Take what you can, give nothing back.
That was pretty much the only one that mattered.
Yeah, but no, like pirates didn't really go for much honor and like what we would expect honor to be nowadays. Like they did have honor, but they had their own sense of honor. And he eventually learns what honor is and that when he evolves to become an assassin. He was so bland. It was literally just a saddle for the story. No, it really wasn't. It's like it was part of like you introduced this new precursor stuff, the Sage. Like thanks to him, that was introduced. You got to see like
which is what made the entire point of Rogue and Unity.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for the Sage, there would be no Rogue or Unity. So he carries on there, and he also not only going Assassin's Creed 4 in general. That's the point where we start seeing things from Sturgill's perspective. Blah, 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 on about the counts. Does it does explain why completely achievement. I feel like I was just there to continue as I feel like he was just there to continue the family down as Caroline and Unity. He didn't go down to Unity.
He's nothing to do with Coraline. He's nothing to do with her.
Is Caroline the female?
In Unity?
The one that is the one that you grow up with?
Yeah, I think so.
If that's what I'm thinking of, he's nothing to do with her.
He's nothing to do with her at all.
Ezio is a part of a different... Yeah, well, yeah, he is, but it's still the same point. Check out my game score when you're high. It's high.
Yeah, he had no previous connections to the Assassins, but neither did the guy from Rogue.
Right, first of all, yes, he had no previous connections to the Assassins. None whatsoever. However, if he didn't join the Assassins, if he decided not to join them whatsoever, then Haytham would not have anything ties to the Assassins, and neither would Connor. So then at which point, their games would have been pointless in your eyes. Like, if he didn't evolve to learn the ways of the Assassins and decided to join them, there would be no Haytham, there would be no Connor. He would still be a pirate wandering the seas.
There would be no Assassin's Creed 3, there would be no Rogue, there would be no Unity.
Is the female? I feel like he was there, so it would feel relevant as I can't pronounce
relevant.
Yes. Like I haven't played Unity, so I can't really do that comment. But I say, it's thanks to Edward, why we have Haytham and why we have Connor, and now Connor is tied to Assassins because he ties back to Haytham. And Haytham ties to Assassins because he ties back to Edward, who's a pirate, then becomes assassin.
He created... It wasn't a game going forwards. That's why it was set behind Assassin's Creed 3. Like, it was previous time. And then it went forward back to Assassin's Creed 3. Because it went backwards to show the story behind where Haytham came from, where Connor came from, how they ended up as actual assassins. It went backwards to show you where it all started for that family line. That's why it went backwards to Edward, where it showed him starting to become an assassin and the bloodline of that assassin bloodline starting. That was the whole point of him, to create a new bloodline, and he was completely full of character.
I mean, we'll explain all this in later videos and stuff. Like, there's gonna be a lot in these. Like, we're not simply just gonna be playing them and that's it.
He's not misplaced. He's in the right time frame, and he's giving a purpose to Haytham and Connor and Rogue and Unity. Everything that's come after.
How is he in Unity? How is he?
No, he's not involved in it directly. But if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't be looking for a Sage. So that'd be no Rogue, which would be no Unity.
Yeah. Like,
So without Edward, there would be no Rogue in Unity. There would be no 3 because obviously Hatham and Connor wouldn't exist.
and on top of that, just Haytham got a lust for blood after killing Mercs who attacked his house.
No.
There's a
Hatham got bloodlust. Not quite. Hatham's family. Well, Edward got killed by a Templar because he was an assassin. So Edward got killed by a Templar. Hatham's sister was taken as a slave.
Is it Kenway, right?
Caroline, how's Caroline a
Sorry, I have to Google this now.
how's she a Kenway? And if she is, then it's Connor's sister. That's the only way the timeline would fit.
Yeah, you spell it. Ah,
Scott Kenway.
so she is a Kenway.
It's Edward's daughter then. Jennifer Scott. So it's Edward's grandmother. It's Edward's granddaughter. It's his daughter's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, was the first wife of Edward Kenway and the mother daughter of Jennifer Scott. You're trying to say
Because his son killed their mercs. No, they weren't mercenaries.
turn up,
They-
alright.
It's not his cousin.
Capitals, by the way, just don't use them. It makes you sound really aggressive, mate. This person you're saying it can't be right.
No, because look. Caroline Scott Kenway was the first wife of Edward Kenway. Right?
Yeah.
That's the one that left him.
Yeah, and the one that died.
Exactly.
That's why the
That's
daughter.
why
had
he
to
has
go.
his daughter, so she's not in Unity. She's nowhere near Unity.
One moment. Kenway Unity. Yeah, you play for me. I
You
wanna
play, you find that out. She's not in Unity because she's dead. Hence why his daughter. We know where we are.
It's you. Over here.
Yes. This is it. This is where we've got to
Can't
make it.
accept this mission yet.
Why not?
Need to go to the bank first. Get some money out.
Mercs was sent to his house to find Edward's journal. No.
No. They killed Edward because the Templars killed Edward. The Templar that killed Edward then raises Hatham as a Templar. Hatham's sister, who is Caroline's daughter, so Edward's
Right,
daughter
when you
gets
say
taken away to be a slave.
Right. Are you? If you're talking about the girl in Unity, are you on about the one that gets raised with Arno? Just to clarify, are you on about that last, the one that gets raised with Arno, like the little girl at the very start of the game, and you see throughout the game? Are you on about her? And as for the mercs, it wasn't mercs. They looked like mercs, but then at which point, as what was it? Edward's daughter found out they were Templars. Went back and told her father Edward. Edward tried to fight them off. Then at which point they killed Edward, and then they kidnapped Edward's son and sold his daughter to a slave trading thing like that.
Yeah, this is from the comics.
And then at which point, like I've read up on the entire Edward things. We were
Trust me, we've spent about 3 nights in a row just purely going through this timeline and working it all out, making it all fit.
Stop using the exclamation marks. Like I say, that also makes you sound really aggressive. It makes you sound like you're shouting. You don't need to. So at which point, as they sold the daughter, as sold the daughter to a slave center or something like that. Then at which point, after so long, as they traded as Hatham to be a Templar, Hatham then found out the person who was training him. Because I read this all up, I made sure, because I've been reading up majorly on the Edward as Kenway storyline. And at which point he found out the person that's been training him actually killed it. Killed
Cardboard
his dad.
box. Yeah, she's our mission.
Then
Killa.
kills the person that killed his dad, but continues to be Templar.
I knew you were behind the break-in at Sant'Angelo. It is good to see you, friend.
Come here.
Forgive me. The Borgia have commandeered my services. Actually, they would have killed me had I refused.
What do they want?
War machines. I have constructed weapons for all the Borgia guards and other terrible monstrosities besides. They are very well designed, Ezio. Here, the names of the Templars overseeing their construction. Cesare intends to supply his army with my creations. You must dismantle them.
Grazie. I will take care of the plans and the machines.
There is far graver news, I am afraid. They have the apple.
Yes, I know. I gave the apple to Mario.
I am sorry, Ezio. Cesare left it in my hands to study, to make it work. Then Rodrigo took it from me. I know not where.
I will recover it in time. Leonardo, I've lost all the Codex inventions you once fashioned for me.
Remaking them will be easy. I never forget the design. But you must compensate me for the raw material.
Really? They're not paying you at Il Vaticano?
Very, very little. If we are to do this, we must appear to not meet at all.
The hand pointing.
It's pointing to where you should sit. So sit.
Yes, maestro.
Right, so what do we want?
We only get to buy one here,
Yeah, we're going to buy one.
and then he fucks off.
You just bought one?
I will return shortly.
Hidden blade. Second one.
Was it not the glove as well?
No, the glove's the second one. The jump glove. That's a different thing we're gonna buy.
I don't know about the mother fearing him part, but Haytham didn't have that much of a bloodlust. Like,
I
he
can
didn't go
kill
crazy.
double
Like,
the guards.
He didn't have any bloodlust because he was brought up by the Templars, which do not operate on bloodlust. Let me back on the bench. Let me back on
no,
the
you're
bench.
not allowed to. You got to do it later. Trust me, I tried.
Bench needs to find a different bench. I do all of Leonardo's machines. You have to do them.
Yes.
Gets us a parachute. If you play all the games and you collect all the stuff outside the Animus on Black Flag and Rogue, don't know about Unity, but it explains everything about all the backstories of all the characters, including Lucy and Rebecca and Sean and Desmond's dad. Explains all what happened. Desmond was there without his dad. Explains what his dad was doing. Literally all the side bits that you do outside the Animus tell you everything about all the characters. from
That way you
all
don't
the
need to
games.
go and read the books and stuff.
Yeah, it tells you everything you could possibly want to know about them.
Haytham was always a rebel when it came to that.
Haytham was corrupt by emotion. They even say that in Rogue when you find and Black Flag actually, when you go to the computers, they tell you that he was corrupt by emotion and ultimately led to his downfall. It was nothing to do with bloodlust. It was all to do with the fact that he was emotionally corrupt because he was
Well, first of all, he was
tragic. All about he had emotional connection to his son because he never had a kid.
well, first of all, but even before that, for starters, he was a Templar and his dad was assassin, and at which point he killed his dad. So that's all she shook emotions up inside of him. I didn't play Rogue. It's a very short game. We'll play on here, so you'll see it here.
But if you played Rogue, when you play Rogue, you'll understand all the stuff behind Haytham, Edward, and all of that. You understand all of that from inside Rogue.
Later. See you later,
See you
Great
later.
game.
Liberation of Roma has
But
been.
no,
That was brave.
No, so like I say, so you got a little bit of emotion stirring up inside him when he had to kill his dad. But at which point he kind of got calm, collected. He became the Grand Master of the Templars, and went on. At which point he's had a son, Connor, that's now became assassin and turned against him, and this shakes a lot of emotion inside of him, and he starts to become corrupted by it.
Is that done with? Hey!
I'm only going to play for like half an hour, because I've played one half.
You played the entire fucking morning!
Apart from the half an hour. Wow. Your eye is like yellow.
Are they? The whites of them?
No, just this one.
Just the white of this eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. That's like liver failure or something.
Yeah, it's literally just that eye. The other one's white as anything.
Well, he was there just to tie loose ends.
Back to Edward, he just seems like he was there to tie up loose ends.
But he is. He's there to create a story behind other stories. What else did you expect from him?
Trust me, we've spent way too long thinking into these. Oh. Sidetracking. Typical, you're up there.
You.
That's a different way around.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Oh yeah, we got 2 blades now.
Why do you think I bought the 2 blades? I'm more concerned about the fact of why he was holding a guard off the edge. That's normally the other way around, which is why he normally dies. That's weird.
The liberation of Roma has begun.
They have much to answer.
That did sound good.
I owe you my life.
What?
And will gladly dedicate it to this cause.
And another assassin has joined the guild. We can now have Arrow Storm.
There are enough assassins for us, why?
Well, you didn't exactly point it very well, did you?
It doesn't matter. What's wrong with being there to tie up loose ends? That was the whole point of him. Why should he have been a spin-off? So that makes no sense why he should be a spin-off. Without him, there would be no Rogue or Unity. He had loads of depth. You just gotta know what you're looking for. Have you actually played the game? That's a better question here. He's not one. He's dead. You need. He does have depth because it's all the emotion that's tied between him and then the other characters in there, the other assassins. His depth becomes from him.
He was just a little character.
Filler character.
Filler character.
Hello, you want to get some more content? Press the subscribe button just down here to join the digital army. Or you can press the logo to go back to the channel and see if you can find some other videos. Or you can press the eye in this corner to go back to the last episode.